every quizzes and pre-exam, I pass, and you have to be loud in class for everybody to hear, and to, you know, it's like, and then you have to Okay, so I'm back, and it's lunchtime, and the teacher basically give us some help afterwards. So afterwards, if you need some help for anything, the teacher said starting from 1 o'clock we can come to class, ask questions, do some exercise and whatnot. So you can actually do the exercise and get some help from the teacher in person. So me, it's not really about having question. It's more about the fact, like, I need to organize the way, I need to find some ways to study. So I asked her during the class is it okay if I come later, but just for some structure, from study structure, because I feel like that's you, and I feel like if I don't have like maybe different kind of methods so I can learn maybe quicker. But I asked one of my classmates that I was in team with, and she's very good, and she told me the only thing she does is really reading all the stuff. So she rereading, repeating everything that she's reading, and that's pretty much it. For her, it's really repetition. So it's nothing magical or special about her way to study. So yeah, I know it does help when you repeat, but I was wondering, since the teacher was a student at the school and now she's a teacher, I'm just going to ask her, how did she plan to succeed, like when it comes to her study, how she planned her study session, you know. So I'm just going to ask her if is there anything else than reading and flashcards that could help me, anything else beside that, because I don't feel like maybe I don't know, but I'll ask if she can offer me something else so I can retain better. I'm also using a supplement, which is lion's mane. It's good for the memory, concentration, focus, and to retain. So I think it's been 3 weeks, and so far I'm not seeing, well, I see a little bit of difference, but anything else, I'm not sure. So I'll see in a few weeks, after a month. They say after a month I should see more of that focus and retention, but I think also I don't study enough. Like the girl that I was talking about, my classmate who's really good and she just keep reading, that's her way of study. She's studying for 5 to 6 hours. So I think pretty much that's the hours that you are going to put in after school. So it makes sense because for me it's only 3 hours, and for her it's like 5-6 hours, double the time. So we'll see. So today we talk about the needles, we talk about how to put the needles, and we had a little quiz. I think it was a surprise quiz. We didn't expect it. Usually when there's a quiz, she always said it and I write it down. But yeah, so far it was very fun and nice to try. It was very fun and nice to try to insert the needle. I struggled a little bit because I did want to do it well. So, but yeah, afterwards, after a few times of trying it, I tried it I think 3 times. I got the gist of it, but it was very nice. But I think she said, yeah, later on we are going to basically learn more about the needles and experiment more about the needles. But so far it was just, you know, a little fun activity to just try and get our hands on, and basically just to see, because we learned a little bit in the textbook about the needle, so might as well just see how it is. And yeah, we're learning the pharmaco, the terms and all of that, but it's very nice to also see and try it on. So yeah, it's a beautiful day. It is very, very hot, and again, we have this black uniform. We have this black uniform, and yeah, I'm wondering if there's any dental assistant out there who has a different kind of uniform. Do you have like the black one? Which color do you have? And also, do you have multiple colors, or is only one color that you can wear as your uniform, whether it's in your job or at school? Like, do you have one kind of color, or you can choose to wear different ones? I'm very curious to hear you about it. So yeah, I'm on my lunch break, and I think in maybe 40 minutes I will have to go back. I just bought myself a chocolate bar, protein chocolate bar, and yeah, I haven't brought my lunch because I didn't expect to stay, and I'm not staying for an hour. I know she said she's offering help for an hour, and then afterwards it's going to be the exam for the ones who failed the first exam for I think the bones, the muscle, and everything, the module 2. And yeah, I passed. I'm glad. I'm glad I passed. And yeah, I'm gonna have to study a lot today after school, like very much, because tomorrow we have a pre-exam, and next week is going to be the real exam. So tomorrow in the afternoon we are going to have a pre-exam. So that's the plan for tonight, and I'm going to study. And yeah, I'm planning to study more than 3 hours, because this is too much. It's too much to learn, to retain. There's so much information, and you know, in 1 hour you can learn 4 things, and it's like it goes so briefly. It doesn't, you don't go in depth for each stuff. You know, you might spend like what, 20 minutes, and then that's it for each things that you've learned, right? And then afterwards you're gonna have to learn after school. And kudos for the ones who are working, have kids, and have a job, working, all of that, because me, I cannot, to be honest. It's too much. I cannot work like full-time or even 20 hours part-time. I prefer to spend all the hours focusing on my study. That's a special cat. Hello, hello. Hello everyone, it's me again, and I just came back from school, and today we are June. We are June, not June, what am I saying? July. I hope in my other videos I didn't say June. We are already July 3rd. So I just came back from school and I need to talk about this subject because today something happened and I need to share. So yeah, I'm gonna title this video "The Spirit of Competition." So today in class we had a pre-exam, right? And because we are in a new module and we have a different teacher, the teacher before in the previous module, she used to, every time we did the pre-exam, at the end switch it up with a classmate, and we had to be our copy had to be corrected by someone else, right? And nobody ever liked it, especially me. I don't like it, but a lot of people do not like it in my class, like the fact that you have to be corrected by another person. The thing is, like, the issue is not really about giving your copy to somebody else. I mean, you don't get to give it to somebody else. It's the teacher who's going to give it away to another person. She's going to shuffle the copies and give it to whoever, right? But the thing is, like, some people, they don't have awareness. Let's just say that they don't have awareness that they could hurt people by telling their business. It's like that program is really intense, and even the one who are, I'll say, straight A student, they are starting to feel the intensity of the program, and you have a lot to retain, I will say a lot of stuff to retain. Is not for the weak, I will say. So and I don't want to say weak, but you know what I want to say. But it's not easy peasy, being in the dental assisting program. So yeah, there's one person in particular who had this idea of copying the previous teacher and tell the teacher that we have, oh, we can switch it up our copies. And with that teacher that we have, actually we used to basically keep our own copy. But now she wanted, and everybody was mad. When she said it to the teacher, everybody was mad. Nobody was like happy, satisfied about that request that she made to the teacher. So everybody was like, why did she say that? Anyway, so and she kept laughing as if like somebody told a joke, the joke of the day, and she kept having this laugh of ha ha ha, I know you're struggling, everybody, but I don't, and I want my copy to be corrected by somebody else so I can actually have this brag into everybody. And even though nobody asked me, it's like, like, it's okay if you want to switch it up. Keep it to yourself. You can actually switch up, like when we had, like, let's say previous quizzes. So some people, they switch it up without even, like, I would say rare, maybe her and somebody else switch it up, okay? But most people in class, more than half of the people in class, I will say, everybody keep their copies to themselves, because I don't see any point of giving to somebody else. You're just gonna be open the door of gossiping. So my point is like, somebody, what I was saying, somebody, they don't have awareness, or they don't even care, or they think it's funny, they think like it's a huge boost of the ego. You pass your quiz, your pre-exam, whatever you're passing, okay, great for you, but don't come asking people like, did you pass, are you failing? Me, I always have consideration. Hey, do you want to talk about it? Or do you want to talk about what happened during the exam? Or did do you think like you succeed? Like, do you want to talk about it? I always ask first, do you want to talk about it? Because I know some people, they are reserved, or some people, they don't even want to talk about it. Even the ones who are excelling, it's not everybody that's struggling who wants to share what happened during the quizzes or exams, or have the awareness to ask people, because nobody owe you the fact that they need to tell you if they pass, if they fail, or how they feel. Nobody owes you that. So some people have this sense of authority to just ask people, having this I don't know, interrogation, and next thing you know, they're gonna report as if like they're some kind of paparazzi, and they have this scoop for everyone to tell everybody's businesses. Like, don't do that. I don't feel it's okay. And it's most likely, and they target the ones who are pretty much not doing well in school, I notice, and they go really straightforward for the ones who don't do excellent, or I don't know, who's below them, quote unquote. And it's just like not fair. And yeah, I feel particularly target because I wasn't doing my best when it comes to quizzes, because there's so much, I'm telling you, there's so much to learn. But at least for the first exam that we had in the past, well, not only the first, but all the exams that we had, I passed. I was not doing so well when it comes to quizzes, certain quizzes, but I try my best, and the fact that I passed my exam, that's what matters to me. And the fact that in order to pass, you need 75%. So it's just like, at least like it's nice for me. But anyways, me and one girl, I know everybody was mad in class. Everybody didn't agree with switching up her copies. So me and another classmate, a girl, we decided that, hey, I had the idea. That was the one who had the idea. I was like, you know what, I'm going, because I don't want to talk about it. I'm not into gossiping and stuff like that. So I tell some people, like, look, I told some people, like, look, I'm just going to tell the teacher that I'm not with it when it comes to giving her quizzes to other people to correct. I want to correct my own quiz, my own, and it's not as if like it would be stupid if you want to change the answer, because at the end of the day, you are the one who's gonna sit with that mistake. You're the one who's gonna face, you already know. That would be stupid to change your answer, like, especially if you're the one who's gonna correct it. Like, you're doing a disservice for you. Like, it's gonna show if you don't understand what's the content of the textbook, or whatever the case, or if you're struggling, it's gonna show some way, somehow, if you don't fully comprehend. Because I feel like you need to really comprehend. Like 75%, they say, like, it's a really high grade, because it means like you really do understand. That's why they graded so high compared to 60%. It's like you really need to comprehend, so therefore you need to have 75%. Anyways, so yeah, later on after school, me and this girl, we talked to the teacher 2-3 minutes, and we talk about this issue of, that not everybody has a good intention, and it's gonna stir up some gossiping. And some people, instead of talking about your own life, talk about your dog, talk about your boyfriend, your children, but you don't want to do that. And that's okay. You want to have your life private, that's okay. But the thing is, like, they have mal intention. It's like they don't have good intention to just come at you with some good intention. It's not good. They're just here to ask some question, and in return you answer those questions. And some people might think like, oh, okay, she asking me this question and she's good and she might gonna help me or give me some word of encouragement, or she's gonna motivate me or give me some feedback, some tips on how to retain or help me in some shape or form. But no, you out here being a paparazzi and having interviewed with people who don't even ask you, and next thing you know, it's like you're spreading people's business. It's like nobody sent you. Like, who sent you? I don't get it. It's just none of your business. And some people, they have a thrill. It's a thrill. It's funny. They get excited. It's like almost some kind of energy vampire going on. It's like they're getting off by knowing people are not succeeding or doing as much better than them, and it's just like giving a boost of ego. And at first I thought like, I wouldn't have that kind of energy, but I was wrong. I was like, I hope it's gonna stay, the energy, the dynamic in the classroom is gonna stay the way it is. But you know what, with too many women, there's always one who's going to, I guess, throw off the balance. I mean, who's gonna stir up some drama, some competition, and have this huge ego and being loud and big bully and whatsoever. And it's just like not fun, and that's what it is. So I just sorry, I just don't I'm just not matching the vibe. I don't feel the vibe, and that's not me. Even if I was a top student, A student, I wouldn't brag to everybody so everybody can hear me in class to, oh, I pass every quizzes and pre-exam. I pass. And you have to be loud in class for everybody to hear, and to it's like, and then you have to do some kind of interview around people, and do you pass? Oh, okay, you didn't pass. Oh, 3 out of 10. Oh, and then, oh, you passed, and oh, you didn't pass. Oh, such and such didn't pass, and blah blah. It's giving much. It's really giving high school vibe. It's getting high school vibe, and I'm too old for that. I'm not with That's why I like to keep to myself and minding my business, because I know as soon as we are a group of 5 or more than 4 women, there's always gonna be a woman who's gonna display that kind of energy, and it's just like it's annoying. I'm just gonna say it's annoying. Like, you can be proud of yourself, you can be confident, that's not what I'm trying to say, but it's just, be mindful of other people, and you don't have to exert this authoritarian energy of if I ask you if you pass, you better say yes or no to me. Like, you are not the teacher. Nobody owe you any answer. I don't even have to tell you how I feel. So mind your business. And if you pass, good for you. If you don't pass, then keep it going, keep it pushing. You can do it. Offer something positive, offer, like, you see people are struggling, you can be like, hey, what did you struggle? Okay, I'm gonna give you one trick so you can pass a tip. I'm gonna give you a tip on how to retain that information, or to excel when it comes to that thing, because I know it's gonna help you. Offer some kind of help. You don't have to be a whole tutor, but you can have, meanwhile you're having this discussion of interviewing people if they're passing or not, you can be like, oh, okay, you're struggling with this, okay, I have a tip for you, blah blah. Because me personally, I have this intention that I from the get-go, I was like, oh, this is such a dynamic class, it's a nice dynamic that we have. And now it's like, and other people also notice, I'm seeing the switch, and it's not even winter yet. But anyways, yeah, I'm seeing the switch, and hopefully it's not gonna escalate. But me, I'm staying in my lane. I'm not gonna entertain gossiping, because I don't like gossiping. I don't see the point of it. I feel it's not productive. You're talking about people who you don't even know or barely know. At least get paid for it. If you're gonna spread rumors or gossip, like, at least get paid for it. Like, at least you can say, oh, that's my job, like, I need to report to everyone or someone. So that's why I talk behind people's back, even the ones that I don't know or barely know. So at least get paid for it. But anyways, but yeah, for me it's just a waste of energy. I just cannot stand when people are gossiping. I'm not gonna spend my lunch break gossiping, and then next thing you know, after my lunch break I have an exam waiting for me, after I spend all my lunch break gossiping about people that I don't even care or barely know. The energy of gossip is not for me. I feel it's very high school, and I'm past that. I'm past the high school vibe. So anyways, if you had any opinion about that kind of stuff, when it comes to the spirit of competition in class, it's good to have some healthy competition, but it's like, everybody is feeling tense in the class, because we are all feeling the intensity of the program now. Especially, like I said, especially the A student, they're starting to, feeling it. And some people, they're starting to question if they have to reduce their hours at their part-time job or whatnot. So it's getting real. So we talk about we talked to the teacher, and she said she won't do it again, and she's glad that we talked to her, me and another classmate. She's very nice, and she's into astrology and whatnot. The first thing she said, oh, I'm into astrology, I'm a Sagittarius, and I click it with her right away. She's very different. She have tattoos all over her body, and she's nice. She's a very open person, and she said, come talk to me, whatever you want, like we can talk about anything and whatnot. Like she said, I'm glad that you talk to me about that subject, because I was like, look, I don't mind, but it's just like some people, they're thriving on gossiping, and it's just like me, I respect people's privacy. Like, if you failed that quiz pre-exam or exam, I'm not gonna talk to people like, hey, such and such, she didn't pass, she didn't pass, she had very a low score, she didn't make it, or whatever the case, or she barely make it, or whatever. It's not my thing. It's not my thing. But you know what, it comes with the territory. When you are a class or in a group full of women, it's just bound to happen that you know, the gossiping, the vibe of gossiping is gonna come sooner or later. Somebody is gonna be the mouth of the group and tell everybody else's business. Or it's just, and you know, some people, they cannot take silence. They need to really have like a subject, something going on, and drama, and it's like, oh, some drama over here, they fighting, or oh, it's like, could you just, you know. And I find it funny because, you know, the A student, normally they're very much introverted. You know, the nerds are pretty much, from what I see in my experience in my whole life, I noticed like the ones who are very much intellectually high, or you know, they have good grades, they always pass, they always to themselves. And now it's like this individual is like very out there, and I don't know, it's like sometimes, you know, when you out here bragging, and it's okay, brag about your success or whatever, but it's like, be mindful of other people and stay out of people's business. If they didn't send you to tell everybody their success or failures, especially their failures, then who are you? You're not who are you working for? Like, are you a reporter? Like, I'm sorry, but I didn't want to rant, but it's something that I noticed maybe 2 weeks ago, a few days, whatever. But it's just, I noticed that, and it's just getting on my nerves. And now that we talked with the teacher, she said it's fine. I agree. It's not productive by, you know, giving copies, and then next thing you know, I'm putting so much stress on myself. And then if there's 10 other people putting stress on me because, oh, look at her, she's not doing well. I'm aware of my flaws, my failures. I'm really hard on me when I fail. And then if I have to have 10 other people acknowledging my failure, and you know, and the spreading and whatnot, it's just unnecessary, and it's just deceiving, disappointing when it's people who are older than you. It's like, you're older than me and you're acting as if like you're still in high school. It's just like, wow. And you think you're gonna go somewhere, especially, it can be everywhere. It could be like at a job, retail, you can be in your career, at school, college, whatever. You think because you're surrounded by grown-ups or people of your age, or a little bit older than you, or older than you, then they're gonna be at a certain level mentally. They're gonna have, you know, some kind of awareness, wisdom, or, you know, respect. And it's just, and some behavior is just like, it's so high school. I just cannot stand gossip. But that was the tea for today, and I have a lot of stuff to study for tomorrow. We have another pre-exam quiz, and yeah, I didn't do well for the quiz that we had today. It's 5. I had 5 out of 9. So yeah, I did 4 mistakes, and it was pretty much about the generic names of some medication. So yeah, I need to learn that by heart. Most of the things it's to learn by heart, so you better get your memory going, because I feel like in this program, but there's gonna be a huge portion of the program that you need to learn by heart. You need to know everything by heart. Some of the stuff you need to, yes, comprehension, but I feel like a good chunk of it is working your memory muscle. Okay, you need to remember, and remember. And if you have a good memory, use it to the advantage, and you will be fine. So that's it for today, and tomorrow we are Friday. Yay, thank goodness. But yeah, tomorrow I cannot wait to see how they're gonna react, because the teacher said she's not gonna tell to anybody. She's not gonna be okay, I'm gonna switch it up, or she's gonna give everybody their own copy afterwards. But some people, they're gonna notice, and of course somebody's gonna ask, oh, we don't switch it up like yesterday. And I'm wondering what she's going to say. So I'm wondering, because some people, they're gonna ask some question, and I know some people, they're gonna suspect me and other people, maybe to be like, oh, I'm pretty sure it's Shayna or other people that ask for the teacher to not give away their copies to other people, and they were opposing to that, and blah blah, because nobody was happy. The 3/4 of the class didn't. So I'm not the only one, and I even told the teacher, like, hey, we can do like we can ask everybody anonymously, and you will see that most people will not agree with the fact that we have to give our copy to another person. Most people, I'll say everybody, and maybe less than 5 finger people who wants to actually give their copies away. But so yeah, it's just a little rant that I have for today, and I want to know what you feel about it. Do you like that kind of competition? Do you like when people spread your business? If you have failed, whether you failed or you succeed, do you mind when people that don't even correct your copy, they already know? Do you like the spread of gossiping and people talking about, oh, she didn't fail, and oh, she fell again and again and again and again and again, and then now it's like they're already assessing you in some kind of way? And some people, they're giving this energy of, oh, I'm superior to you, and I'm doing better, so you better answer my question when I hear you. Anyways, but yeah, so that was it for today, and I hope you had a good week so far, and until next time.